Never lose your guard. Never celebrate too early. 1 Samuel chapter 4 verse 4 to 11. So they sent men to Shiloh to bring the ark of the covenant of the Lord of heaven's armies, who is enthroned between the cherubim. Hophni and Phinehas, the sons of Eli, were also there with the ark of the covenant. And when the ark of the covenant of the Lord came to the camp, all Israel shouted with a great shout, so that the earth rang again. And when the Philistines heard the noise of the shout, they said, "What meaneth the noise of this great shout in the camp of the Hebrews?" And they understood that the ark of the Lord was come into the camp. And the Philistines were afraid, for they said, "God is come into the camp." And they said, "Woe unto us, for there hath not been such a thing heretofore. Woe unto us, who shall deliver us out of the hand of these mighty gods? These are the gods that smote the Egyptians with all the plagues in the wilderness. Be strong and quit yourselves like men, O ye Philistines, that ye be not servants unto the Hebrews, as they have been to you. Quit yourselves like men and fight." And the Philistines fought, and Israel was smitten, and they fled every man into his tent. And there fell of Israel 30,000 footmen. And the ark of God was taken, and the two sons of Eli, Hophni and Phinehas, were slain. You realize that the children of the Philistines said, "Be strong and quit yourselves like men, O ye Philistines, that ye be not servants unto the Hebrews." This was when the children of Israel wanted to fight the Philistines. And when the ark of the covenant came, the children of Israel shouted. They were happy because they knew the presence of God usually went with the ark of the covenant. So they knew it was a done deal. They knew the battle was already won. So when the Philistines heard it, they said, "What is going on?" And he said, "The ark of the covenant had come. The Lord has visited his people." So they said, "Who shall deliver us out of the hand of this mighty God?" So they acknowledged that the God of the Israelites was a mighty God. Who shall deliver us? It was this same God who struck the Egyptians with the plagues in the wilderness. When they encouraged themselves and they stood their grounds, they smote the children of Israel. But the children of Israel were already complacent. They knew, oh, this was a done deal. So there was no need for better preparation. Their guard was let low. They didn't prepare adequately. And that is what happens when you think everything is done. This is what happens. Even when you underestimate a child, you don't take time, that child will disgrace you. There should be no time where you should lose your guard down. The Bible says, therefore, our adversary is walking like a roaming lion, seeking for whom he may devour.